Tina's husband, Adam, suggested a vacation to a specific location in South Dakota. She had no idea why until he sneaked out one night. She followed him for 20 minutes until they entered a scary cave, and what she saw inside was completely unexpected. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like and share this video with your friends. It might brighten their day and inspire them to do good. Also keep watching because an important lesson awaits at the end of the video. Honestly, I don't understand why you picked South Dakota. We could go to New York, see a Broadway show, or even Disney World would be better. But South Dakota? What's there? Tina whined as her husband, Adam, drove and insisted they would go to a great place. South Dakota is awesome, babe. My parents took me there all the time as a child. There are hotels near a forest, guided cave tours, and tons of other things. Adam said, smiling but focusing on the road. So, what's so great about caves? Wait, we're not staying inside one, right? She panicked. No, I know you would not like that. But we're going to see Mount Rushmore and other great things. It'll be awesome. You'll see, he continued, chipper than she had ever seen him. She sighed and decided to enjoy as much of this vacation as possible. Their tour of Mount Rushmore was not bad. She enjoyed herself more than expected and bought a couple of great souvenirs for her parents at a gift shop. She rushed out of there, not caring about anything, and got in the car. See, you liked it. I knew you would, Adam said as they were unwinding back at their hotel. You're right, it was awesome. Also, this hotel's view is amazing. Did you stay here with your parents when you were little? Tina wondered, looking out the window. No, this hotel is newer. I think it used to be a place for camper cars, but my parents and I didn't stay there. We just passed through and explored those woods. It was fun. I love caves, Adam said, absent-mindedly unpacking a nice shirt. Okay, honorable, I'm going to clean up, Tina said and went into the bathroom. A few hours later, she was tuckered in bed and almost asleep. She must have fallen truly asleep for a few minutes, but some jostling woke her up. She opened one eye and saw her husband at the foot of the bed, all dressed up. He was conspicuously quiet, and Tina felt a cold chill down her spine. But she pretended to be asleep when he turned to her. She heard their hotel room door open and close and rushed out of bed. Where is he going? What's going on? She asked herself, hysterical thoughts running through her head. She had to follow him. Therefore, Tina looked around and grabbed a t-shirt, sweater, and sweatpants to avoid freezing outside. Luckily, they were on the ground floor, so she saw clearly how he left the hotel front door and walked back towards the woods. Is he insane? Tina walked many paces behind him, trying not to alert him of her presence. But he kept going. He was focused on getting somewhere, and Tina needed to know where, although something in her heart told her that ignorance was better. No, it's better to know the truth. It's always better. She shook her thoughts away and continued through the path. After walking for almost 20 minutes, they approached a cave, although Tina would have never known it was there if Adam hadn't walked right in. She stopped and braced herself outside. This was the scariest moment of her life. Who just randomly walks into a cave? What is he doing? She entered slowly, trying to be discreet, and went further until voices echoed within the walls. I can't believe you're here, a female voice said. Who the hell is that? I can't believe it either. I just took a chance, Adam responded. Emily, it's been 15 years, but it feels like yesterday. Oh, Adam, the voice breathed and their conversation ended. Tina's heart broke as the unmistakable kissing sounds and passion resounded through the area. But somehow she still didn't believe it. She had to see it with her own eyes, even in this dark, ugly cave. There was a spot of light. One of them had dropped their phone, illuminating the area, or maybe it was on purpose. But the scene in front of her was definite. They were kissing, and things were getting even more intense than that. Tina couldn't watch anymore. She left and almost ran back to the hotel. Luckily, she didn't get lost because the hotel's lights were easy to follow despite how long they had walked to the caves. Back in her room, she grabbed her bag and everything she could find, including the car keys. She rushed out of there, not caring about anything, and got in the car. It was Adam's car, but she didn't care. He was cheating on me with a woman in a cave in South Dakota. To hell with him. So, she drove but quickly realized that she didn't know the area well, so she stopped at another hotel, got a room, and tried her best to rest. Luckily, the day had been exhausting, so Tina was tired enough to shut down her aching heart and racing brain. The next day, she checked out and went to a local diner for breakfast. She sat at the counter. "What do you want to drink?" a waitress asked. "What do you have?" Tina wondered. "I don't know if it's worse or better, but it's practically the same," Tina stated, pursing her lips. "The usual, coffee, orange juice, soda." "I don't know," the woman answered, confused. "Is there something stronger?" "It's 9 a.m., the woman said, frowning. "Okay, some coffee then. But make it really dark, please," Tina requested and rubbed her forehead. "Bad night?" a male voice said next to her, and Tina turned to a friendly round face grinning slightly at her. Usually she wouldn't talk to a stranger, even if they seemed friendly. But he was right. Last night had been the worst of her life. "You could say that," she replied, deadpan. "I bet it wasn't worse than mine," he continued. Her eyebrows went up. "Oh, really? How much will you bet?" "Wow, are you that confident?" "Let me think." The man paused for a second. "Whoever has the worst story buys breakfast." "Deal," Tina said as the waitress brought her coffee and sipped the scalding, bitter nectar. "I'll start then," the man stated. "I'm Jerry, by the way. Last night was my 5th anniversary with my girlfriend. We had the best time ever. It was everything it could possibly be. But she woke me up at 4 a.m. this morning, telling me she's leaving for the boy in the cave." Tina almost spat out her coffee. "What?" "That's what I said. But she said she waited for the boy in the cave for 15 years and started packing." Jerry continued, his eyes echoing his feelings about that memory. "She said it was now or never, and she couldn't lose him again. They were going away together now. I thought she was having a mental breakdown." "Oh my God," Tina whispered. "What happened next?" "I followed her, and another man was in the lobby waiting for her. His nice shirt was almost wrinkled, so I knew something had happened. I just stood there, watching as they walked away." Jerry finished, his mouth still open as if he was reliving the scene. "Wow," Tina muttered. Jerry shook his head, dispelling his memory, and smiled at Tina. "So is your story worse? Did I win the bet?" "I don't know if it's worse or better, but it's practically the same," Tina stated, pursing her lips, and Jerry frowned. A few minutes later, they were both laughing at the absurdity. They each paid for their breakfast and parted ways, but not before they exchanged phone numbers. Tina went home, filed for divorce, and waited for the process to finish. She didn't hear much about the passionate cave lovers, and honestly, she didn't care. Jerry became a texting friend because he lived 5 hours away. However, Tina applied for a job in his city and moved nearby. A few months later, they started dating and promised they would never, ever, ever go vacationing near caves.